hopes will mean the chip shop thief will soon be on his way to the cop shop. In Coombrand, South Wales, John runs Page's Fish and Chips, a restaurant and takeaway. The business has been in the family since 1949.
I started help cutting the fish when I was about age 13, 14, just helping my dad out. My friends used to call me Chip Shop in school, which wasn't the coolest of nicknames, but it's something I had to live with.
But John had the last laugh when he found success in a career that was very different from working in a chippy. He became a male model. In the 80s and early 90s, he appeared in a number of adverts.
Some of it might be cringeable, but I'm glad I did it rather than didn't do it.
But when his dad fell ill, John decided it was time to give up fame for fish and chips and came back home to take over the business. It's still very much a family affair. His daughter Ellis is a chip off the old block. She works here, but just like her dad, she's also started a modelling career.
Oh, I absolutely love working with my dad. It's so nice because there's nothing better than being around your family.
But the family can't do it all on their own. They're helped by a large team of loyal staff.
We're all like such a big family. Everyone gets on so well.
But John, Ellis and the rest of their restaurant family are to suffer a shock when somebody close to home betrays their trust. It's a Saturday evening at the restaurant. John and Ellis are having a night off. The partner of one of their employees is visiting her. He calls her over and asks if she can get him a drink. She goes upstairs to fetch it. While she's upstairs, a security camera records the man walking over to the restaurant's alarm panel and studying it closely. After retaking his seat, he spends a great deal of time looking something up on his phone. Now it's 8 hours later and the restaurant is closed. Just after 3 a.m, a mysterious figure approaches the front door and unlocks it with a key. The restaurant's alarm is designed to allow a short delay before it goes off. This person seems to know that, and he immediately goes to the panel to disarm it. But this isn't a staff member returning for some reason. It's a burglar, who heads straight upstairs. 2 minutes later, the intruder comes back down with a full bag and leaves. Later that morning, it's a bad start to a Sunday for John and his family.
The cleaner called to say that she'd arrived at the restaurant, the doors were open and the alarm was disarmed. I suspected foul play immediately.
My dad's face had turned white. When he's angry, he just goes completely white.
When they reach the shop, they find the safe in the office upstairs has been totally emptied. It contained £6,500.
My heart just dropped. It was just a horrible, horrible sensation.
John and Ellis immediately check the CCTV and they get a shock when they see the person who's done this to them. They realise it's their employee's partner.
We knew straight away that it was him.
He was wearing the same clothes as he did in the day when he was in here. He had his hood up, but it was very clear who it was.
That could explain how he got his hands on the front door key, but they need more proof. So they check the CCTV footage from when the man was in the night before and see his rather suspicious behaviour.
He creeps up to the alarm keypad, photographs it.
Then he returns to his seat and does some research on his phone.
And we can visibly see him Googling the brand of the keypad to see how to operate it.
But they're relieved to see that he sends their employee away before he secretly looks at the alarm panel. And when she comes back with his drink, he hides what he's been looking at on his phone. This suggests their employee is not involved. John calls her about the burglary.
She was incredibly distraught when she realised what had happened, that he'd taken her keys. She saw the CCTV and confirmed it was her partner.
Through her reaction, you knew straight away that she had nothing to do with it at all.
The employee says she hasn't seen her partner since 2 a.m. that morning when he got up and said he was going to work.
Which wasn't out of character. He was a lorry driver and sometimes he did have to leave early in the morning.
She rings her partner and begs him to return the money.
He hung up, and I think that was the last time that she spoke to him.
The man has taken their employee's car and vanished, and he stops answering his phone. John has no choice but to get the police involved. And it doesn't take them long to find the car.
It was around 2 in the afternoon we got a call from the police to say that a car had been found in Gatwick Airport.
But there's no sign of the man.
Obviously the fact it was an airport, was he flown away? We were trying to find out if he had his passport.
There's no record of the man leaving the country, so the police search for him without success.
Police had put him on a wanted list. All I wanted to do was get hold of him as quick as I could before he could start spending the money.
John decides to do some detective work to try to find out the man's whereabouts. Using someone else's phone, he calls his number.
And he answered. I made out I was from his place of work, and I said, "What are you doing? Why aren't you in work?" He told me that his wife had left him and run off with his car. It was just layers and layers of lies he was telling, and he would be back in work the next week.
Then the man may have realised it isn't a work colleague he's talking to, because he suddenly hangs up. Perhaps sensing the net is closing in, later that day he hands himself in at a local police station. John, here's the good news.
Thought at least he's got some element of decency that he's going to hand himself in and the money in. But that wasn't the case.
What the man actually says is that he knows the police are looking for him, but he doesn't know why.
When they questioned him, he just said no comment, and they released him.
The police don't have enough evidence to hold the man, but that's about to change. They search his flat and find a return air ticket to Florida, and that's not all.
They found tickets to Universal, Disney, for the dates just after the robbery.
It transpires that at Gatwick, the man spent nearly £2,000 booking a 14-day trip, but for some reason at the last minute, he decided not to board the plane.
To think that he's just not only bought those tickets, but not even used them.
To make things even worse for John and his family, the police search of the man's flat had revealed no sign of the other £4,500.
What happened to the other 4.5, we don't really know. I'd imagine it was spent on living the high life.
But not for any longer. Police track the thief down and arrest him. In court, the 27-year-old man pleaded guilty and was convicted of burglary. He was jailed for 18 months. Back at the restaurant, life has moved on. The thief's now ex-partner still works there.
We've got a very good relationship. I totally knew that she was innocent.
She's happy as ever, and yeah, things are normal.
John continues to enjoy running the business, but it remains to be seen whether Ellis will exchange the world of fish for fashion.
Now, I'd be very proud if Ellis took over the business, to think that it's going to go on for another generation, but I'll be proud of her whichever way she goes.